Good morning, everyone. So for today and for this week, we are looking at algebra. And algebra is finding the unknown number when we are looking at sums or area or anything. An unknown number is when we need to be using algebra. So we're going to do our base this week so that we can learn for the future. First off, we have Monday. So on Monday, we are going to be looking at sequences. So our sequences, we have two separate activities. We have this first one here. And here you are looking at filling in the blanks. So we're looking at the number sequences. If we have a look at the numbers on the top, they jump up by 1. So meaning each number increases by the one number. If we have a look at the bottom numbers, they increase by a different amount. So 3 to 6, that increases by 3. 6 to 9, by another 3. So what would our next number be? You are correct, it would be 12. Our next number, we need to increase it by 3 again, so it would be 15. And our next number would increase again by 3, which would be 18, meaning as our numbers on the top increase by 1, our numbers on the bottom would increase by 3. So we need to fill in the sequences. You need to work out what the sequence of the numbers is. If this number here wasn't the number 3, let's for example say it was the number 4, and then this one was 8, and then this one's 12, what would be your next number? It would be 16, and 20, 24. Okay, so whatever the numbers increase by, we need to continue going. And that is how you do the first activity. Now your next activity, if we have a look over here to what I have circled here in purple, we have star times 2 equals square. What? The star represents the numbers that are on the same row as the star. And the square represents the numbers that are on the same row as the squares. So where we see a star, we can put in the number that is on the square. And where we see the square, we can input that. For example, if I look at this very first one here, I'm going to change the star to be a 1. So it would be 1 times 2 equals the square. So 1 times 2 is what? It's 2. So 1 times 2 equals square. So 1 times 2 equals 2. So that means that the 2 that it has equaled, I need to put in the space provided. This next one here, I'm going to change the star to be a 2. So it would be 2 times 2 equals square. 2 times 2 is 4, so I'm going to put 4 in there. And we're going to keep going through. So 2 times 3 equals square, 2 times 3 is 6. So I'm going to put that there. What are these ones linking up by? Are they linking up by, oh, they're increasing by 2. So now we're starting to see a pattern that happens here. They go up in 2s. Let's have a look at the one down the bottom. So let's have a look at the one that I've circled here in black. We have 5, star plus 5 times 2 equals square. What do I have to do first? Do I do the plussing or do I do the timesing? If you have said timesing, you are correct because we do BODMAS and timesing comes first before plussing. So I need to do the timesing part here first before I do the plussing. So let's do what we did above and change our star to be a number. So our equation would be 1 plus 5 times 2 equals square. So we need to do our timesing first. So 5 times 2 equals 10 plus our 1 equals the square. So it will be 1 plus 10 equals square. So 11 equals square. Okay. Now, if I had to change that number to be a 2, it would be 2 plus 10 equals square. So our answer would change to 13. And we would keep going until we have all finished. And that is how we do the sequences for your math page for this one. Okay, so now we are going to look at BODMAS. And BODMAS is when we have multiple different operations in our maths equation. For example, if I had 1 plus 4 times 2, I have a times and I also have a plus. So I need to work out which one do I do first. So we start off on this end and we go to this end. So we start off with our brackets. So anything that has a bracket, so we had 1 times 2, we'd have to do the bracket first. Orders, so if we see a number on the top of like a little number on top of a big number, that is called an order. We also have something called a square root, which is also an order. Then we have division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So we need to do all the bracket first, then the orders, then the division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. That's what we need to do in that order. If you did the subtraction and the addition first, your sum would be incorrect. Giving you that example over here of how it can be different. So using this, we have multiplication first before addition. So I need to do 4 times 2 first before I do 1. So it would be 1 plus 8, which equals 9. But if I did it the other way, we're going to do it in red because that's wrong. We are going to have 5, oh, that didn't go to red. 5 times 2, which equals 10. And that's not the right answer. Our right answer is 9. Okay, so our next topic that we're looking at is going to be looking at the order of the operator. So using this example here, what is it that we are going to do first? Is it going to be the adding or is it going to be the multiplication? Well, the multiplication happens inside of the brackets. So 4 times 3 inside the brackets is 12 plus 2. So then 12 plus 2 is 14. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do 10 and take away 3 plus. Okay, so I would be doing 10 take away 5 equals 5 because I had to do the bracket first before I did the subtraction. What if there's no bracket though? Let's do another one. 10 take away 6 plus 1. What comes first? Adding, subtracting. Adding. So we're going to add first. So be 10 take away 7 equals 3. Okay, so you just need to go through and put in the do it in the order of what BODMAS is. And if it doesn't have brackets, you just keep going down along the line. Okay, and that is how we do that one first. Now, if I didn't have the brackets here, 4 times 3 plus 2, what do I still have to do first anyway? Still have to do the timesing first because the multiplication is here. So 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 equals 14. So whether or not I had those brackets, the answer is still the same. So you can put in brackets or you can leave them out. That is up to you.